Good afternoon, everyone. This is Reverend Kit Holmes. It is Wednesday, November the 16th, 2022. It is 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That means it is time for One Mind Wednesdays. Today, I'm going to talk about the title on this is Lake Effect. If you're familiar with lake effect snow, even if you're not, I'm going to give you a very brief description of what that is. You've probably heard of it if you are a Weather Channel or a weather geek like I am. I live in the northwest corner of the mitten of Michigan, and lake effect is pretty common around here this time of year. So what is it? The basic is cold air, usually out of Canada, comes flying across the unfrozen waters, the warmer waters of the lakes, and that moisture and that warmth is picked up to the lower part of the atmosphere into that cold air, boom, turns into snow. It's different than a snowstorm out west or snowstorm out east that comes out of a low pressure system. It is unique to the Great Lakes area. So, what does this have to do with being in the one mind? What does this have to do with spirituality or consciousness or anything like that? Well, guess what? It's a metaphor. I love metaphors. As a songwriter, I use them as much as I can because they get the point across, right? You can relate to them, I hope, that's my aim here, in a little bit better way than me just giving you a bunch of verbiage around that kind of stuff. So, what does it have to do with it? When the conditions are lined up, when all of the things are in sync, lake effect snow. The same thing happens with our thoughts, with our feelings, with our beliefs. When we are trying to get along in the world, when we're trying to manifest the life that we would love to live, when we're just trying to get through our day and hope and dream and wish and all those things, that things go right. The thing about consciousness is mindfulness, paying attention to those thoughts and beliefs. Why am I thinking this way? Why am I making up this fantasy in my head, whatever it might be? When we align head, heart, intention, the feeling in the heart, the intention or the consciousness in the mind, when those things line up, the vibration of the combination of those two things, the perfect storm, the perfect conditions, the right conditions for manifestation. So it can go in either direction. It can go in those places. If you wake up first thing in the morning and go, oh my God, this is going to be a horrible day. You have a thought, you have a feeling about the thought, you have a feeling, you have a thought about the feeling. You have a judgment about the feeling. And the next thing you know, everything's kicking into high gear. You're off and running, you're not grounding, and things kind of tumble. You tumble throughout the day until you have the mindfulness to stop and say, hey, wait a minute. I have a choice here. I have a choice of how I want to think about this. I also have a choice about how I want to feel about this. Most people don't recognize that we do have choice about our feelings. Feelings are feelings. Everybody's got them. It's we putting the judgment around and saying it's a good feeling or a bad feeling. Nope, it's just a human feeling. So we can stop that in the moment and say, how would I like this day to turn out? I would love for this day to be easy and peaceful, and I'd love to be grounded in it. And I love that this day is nothing but me turning back to joy, turning back to joy, turning back to being in service, turning back to doing good in the world, turning back to being kind in the world, whatever that might look like, whatever you would love for your day to turn out to be. So I just tossed a lot at you. I know that's why this is a video. You could go back and watch it. And I invite you to do that every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, One Mind Wednesdays. This is Reverend Kit Holmes. Just want to remind you that we are all a part of the One Mind, which means we're all in this together. I love you dearly. I will see you again next Wednesday, 1 p.m. I'd love it if you shared this video. It will be, of course, on my page. You see some hashtags down in the description about this particular post today, and you can always find out more about me at kidholmesmusic.com. We'll see you next week.